ESi. Alright. So, got here is my old school Talon here. My first car. Anyway, I was driving it the other day, put it on a hill, and noticed the e-brake takes quite a few clicks to go up. Like, it was like way high. I think I counted like 10 or 11 clicks before it was actually engaged, which is pretty much towards the end of that e-brake there. So, wanted to show you how you can adjust your e-brake shoes. This car has rotors in the rear. I know some of the 2GNTs, Eclipses, the RS and the GSs will still have drums back here. That one's pretty standard. You're just adjusting your drums at that point. But this one, because it has a rotor, means it also has e-brake drum shoes in here. I kind of hammered this on, so I'll see if I can even get it off here. Oh, there we go. You're going to want to pop off your caliper here. So your caliper is just, where's it hanging out at? On here in the control arm. Caliper is going to consist of just 2 bolts up here. That'll take the caliper off. And then you're going to have 2 bolts. Can't probably see it because I took the light away. Anyway, there's 2 more bolts. Here, I'll put my finger where they should be. 2 bolts right... Where is it? Oh, duh. 2 bolts. There's one right here. And there's one down here. You can see the holes for it, actually. Those are 14s, and these are 14s as well. So that's basically all there is to it. When you take off the bolts here, it'll just be slide bolts. Make sure you grease those suckers back up when you put them back in. And here's your mounting bracket for your pads, and that is where your caliper goes, connects right there. So these bolts will go boop in there. Anyway, that's pretty much standard brake things. What I did want to show you is how to adjust this e-brake. So what you're going to want to do is, once you get your caliper and your bracket off of there, let's see if I can do this one-handed, you're going to want to take off your rotor. You might need to give it a little whack around here. Make sure you don't hit your lug bolts or your lug nuts there, or your studs. These, can I talk today or what? So you're going to pop that off, and you'll see here that you basically have drums underneath it. Very small drums. You know, the pads aren't much. You don't need much pads because these are just your e-brake pad or your e-brake shoes. So they're not going to be super thick, because, I mean, if you're using this to stop your car, then you're in a severe situation. But basically, so it was loose on this, so I just am adjusting them out more. So your 2 pads, just your 2 shoes here, basically just go out a little bit more. That way they'll drag on the inside here. But you don't want it, you know, so the whole thing is just locked up. I just turned it out slightly so it'll just drag just a little bit, you know. Within the first mile of driving, it'll just kind of burn off a little bit of material, and then it should be pretty much good to go. But how you adjust those, let's see if I can get on down here. Oh, we got some storms coming in. So what you'll see here is your star adjuster. Basically, you're just gonna want to go, you want to spin that. For me, on this side, it's inside, like in towards the car. That adjusts those shoes out. And if you go the other way, then the shoes will go in. But you want those shoes out So they're just barely dragging on your surface here. And when you do that for both sides, you'll notice that now it's going to take a lot less clicks for this cable right here to pull your e-brake shoes out. And therefore you should only have maybe 3 or 4 clicks and bam, full engaged, which is what you want, especially if you live where I live, where there's lots and lots of hills. So I hope that helps you. Good luck.